Hello, my beautiful little muglets. So today we are talking about the update dropping tomorrow. Yes, I know it's just a patch note video, but I like to go over them for like the people that don't want to read patch notes and just listen instead. But yeah, let's start at the beginning. So we got a new boss, Archdemon Mercedes. She's actually been in the rotation, but we haven't had a chance to actually fight her yet. And we'll have that chance along with Hall of Trials officially opening. Currently it's still in preseason, so we're gonna get an official open for that. This was actually teased in an image as shared with me, and those are silhouettes of the next 4 heroes to get exclusive equipment. And those heroes would be these 4: Cirilla, Charles, Tywin, and Blaze Dingo. But yeah, we'll also be getting Chapter 5-1 of Episode 2, along with 5 new 3-star heroes. Hopefully they're good. We'll check them out when the update drops, or maybe they're in here as well, then we can check it out here. Looks like we'll be getting a drop rate up for Cez. I'm not too sure we actually have ever had one for Cez now that I think about it. I'm pretty sure people were just getting him from the beginning rerolls at the very beginning when he was like really good. I think he's still good, at least for Arena, but also another side story, the Shadow of Ravenwing Manor. But yeah, so here's more information regarding that. Here we got the map of Chapter 5. Thankfully, I did finally finish Chapter 4, so we could check that out. Here are the AP exchange quests, eliminating 100 fighters, treasure chest, not too hard it looks like, and then the shop. Another Breath of Orbis, which is always good. Piece of gear on the attack set could be pretty nice as well. Oh, and here we have the new 3-star heroes. 2 of them seem to be Moonlight heroes, and the other 3, HoT, Lena, and Ains, I guess. I don't know. Can be summoned in drop rate up events. So here you can see them. So we can do some quick mini reviews for them. This is an Earth Warrior Ains. Check out his skills. So his first skill is pretty weird. There's a 50% chance to use Satisfying Strike instead of Gazelle Punch, and that is basically just a guaranteed critical. So basically he has like a constant 50% crit rate if you decide to not give him any crit rate. So it's either a useless passive skill on basic, or you're stuck with a cap of 50% crit rate. I don't like it personally, but let's continue. Maybe it goes up with Molagoras, I don't know. Passive, when attacked, 50% chance to counterattack. These are 3-stars, you gotta keep in mind, so they can't be like super impressive. And then Ram is a single target 2-turn stun, up to 100% chance. That's okay, that's solid. A 2-turn stun on a dangerous target. I guess PvP, but I don't know if anyone's gonna raise 3-star heroes, to be honest. But yeah, let's continue on. Oh, well, she's cute. Ice Warrior Lena. So our basic will increase her combat rate by 20%, which is actually decently powerful for a 3-star, I should say. And it's just a pretty good general passive there. Oh, up to 50% crit chance increase on passive. I would say that's actually really good, because then you can build her with low crit chance and give her more attack and crit damage. And her ult is an AoE, decreasing combat range by 20% of the enemies and increasing her own attack for 2 turns. Proportional to enemies' lost health. Don't like that. It's not very consistent, but it's bonus damage, so whatever. And if the enemy is killed, cooldown will not occur. So, you know, could be a decent farmer if you get her strong enough. Again, she is a 3-star with 3-star stats, and she does appear to just be a pure damage dealer from what it sounds like. And with 3-star stats, I don't know how much damage she can really do, but her kit is actually quite decent in my opinion. So we also have a Fire Thief HoT, up to 80% chance to decrease hit chance for a turn, and that damage is proportional to his speed. Decrease hit chance can be pretty useful. I'm pretty sure pretty much everyone can be impacted by decreased hit chance, so it's not a bad debuff. For a basic though, it's definitely not bad. Wind Pressure is just a pretty normal sounding attack. It'll activate again if you kill the enemy, kind of like Vivian's tornado thing, but Vivian's tornado thing is AoE, so it's a bit easier to at least kill one there, and the damage will go up based on his speed. His third skill is a bit interesting considering he's a thief. It's basically just a support skill. It doesn't actually attack anyone. He'll increase the attack of all allies for 2 turns and the speed of just himself for 2 turns. So I don't know, it's an okay skill, I suppose. Wondering if any of these dudes will have speed imprints, because he kind of sounds like Ruzit a bit, honestly, and he's also kind of a furry, so. But also kind of Helga, because of the AoE attack buff sort of thing. Yeah, well, we'll see. What the hell is this thing, a golem? Well, it's a knight, a light knight, 75% chance to provoke for 1 turn. It says each, so I don't know if he attacks like multiple times or what, but I'm gonna assume that's just 75% chance 1 turn provoke, which isn't bad, especially for 3-star, I guess. His passive is a sort of mini Arius, 10% of damage taken by an ally. Only the highest damage distribution effect will be applied though, and it also increases his own max health by up to 20%. So, yeah, again, for a 3-star, pretty solid passive. Oh, wow, what the hell? But his ult is actually pretty incredible. It's kind of like a mini Moonlight Bazaar. Dispels all buffs. Oh, just on the caster. Okay, never mind. It dispels all debuffs on himself and then gives himself immunity. If that was AoE, it'd be crazy. That's why I was kind of freaking out there for a second, but it's just for himself, so rip. Still, I guess if he's your frontline and he's the one mostly getting debuffed, it's still okay, I guess, but like, you know, in the really dangerous stuff, your whole team's getting debuffed frequently. And then finally, a Dark Warrior. Looks like we got one of each element. Pretty cool. His basic hits the enemy in the face. They have to specify, and if he hits an enemy inflicted with decreased attack, he'll activate Rock Smash, which is an AoE. Also, I noticed they don't tell us what happens when you soul burn this stuff, so, you know, maybe that could make some of these better than what it looks like here. Also, a lot of what happens when you Molagora, like here, you can see the Molagora effects can go up to 100% chance to decrease attack of the enemy with the highest combat readiness. Oh, that's definitely pretty interesting, and it's a passive. Never seen something like that before. And then on his ult, when used against enemy with decreased attack, decreases defense for 2 turns. Sounds like a very good PvE unit, honestly. Attack down and defense down are pretty damn good for PvE, and he can do it pretty easily. I mean, he has a 100% chance to decrease attack on every one of his turns, so you don't even need to make him super fast. And then decrease defense for 2 turns because he'll most likely be attack downed at that point, so this is basically a guaranteed defense down for 2 turns. It is a single target, so again, PvE is probably where he's going to shine more, but still, definitely not bad. So those are the heroes. Again, most of them don't seem super interesting, because again, they are 3 stars. They're going to have 3-star stats and 3-star skill sets for the most part. Again, I think the Dark Dude probably is the most promising, at least for PvE. But yeah, we also have the official opening of Hall of Trials. I'll be honest, I don't know what that actually means yet, but hopefully we'll figure that out. A new boss and new exclusive equipment. The only real change I can see with it being officially launched is that you get 2 extra Wisdom's Gaze if you actually kill the boss. Nothing else I can really see so far. Of course, we have Archdemon Mercedes, which is new, and some new exclusive equipment, but they were adding bosses and exclusive equipment before it was open, so I don't really count that as something that really changed with it being officially launched. Rangers are going to have an advantage and get someone with decreased speed. Rangers, some Rangers do have decreased speed on them, like Silk. No fire heroes. Damn rip. Most of my heroes are fire. And no decreased hit chance. Okie doke. No Litica then. So here they're saying only 3 of the 4 heroes we were talking about earlier are getting exclusive equipment right now: Dingo, Charles, and Tywin. I don't know too much about any of those heroes, but let's check out their equipment anyway. For Dingo, the main stat's going to be defense, 7 to 14%. So you can attach a debuff Dispel on punishment for yourself and the ally with the lowest health if you critical, or you can increase Dingo's defense for 2 turns when using Divine Punishment, or give Dingo the greater attack buff for 2 turns when using Sacred Power. So pretty solid selection there. Personally, I'd probably go Punishment. It just seems like it would be more useful overall than again the greater attack buff. I don't know if you would really make Blaze Dingo damage dealer though. Well, I think some of his stuff is based on his attack power, if I remember correctly, so it might make the rest of his kit work better. But I think Sacred Power is his ult, so don't know the actual uptime on that would be. So as far as I'm aware, this is actually a bit of a controversy because Charles is already so strong, and he doesn't necessarily need exclusive equipment right now. I do see him a ton on PvP defense, but let's get into it anyway. So main stat is attack. So the chance of activating Smash goes up by 10% when using Slash here. For the other one, we got chance of decreasing attack increases by 15% and damage dealt increases by 10% when using Slash. I think that's also still just his basic. So far, they don't seem like too great, but let's see Faithful Strike. Oh, dispels all debuffs inflicted on the caster after using Faithful Strike. Well, I don't know. Like, I'm not really in the Charles meta. Don't use him. When I do fight him, it is pretty tough, honestly. But it doesn't seem like that massively powerful exclusive equipment. But I'll leave it to the commenters for this one because I don't really know what I'm talking about. And then we got Tywin, health 7 to 14%. Thankfully, it's not Crow because I think I hate fighting him more than Charles still. 2 for Sword Storm, dispels 1 more buff when using Swordstorm, okay. Decreases cooldown of all-out attack by 1 turn when a buff is dispelled with Swordstorm. Combat readiness of the caster by 20%. Okay, it's just the caster though. If it'd be everyone, then yeah, that'd be quite OP as hell, but it's just him, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. Overall, I'm probably still not going to buy any exclusive equipment. I haven't purchased a single one yet because the few heroes I do have in there, I'm not really using or raising, so I don't know. I'm gonna wait until they finally release some for characters I actually like to use. All of Trials text for advantages and disadvantages have been made easier to read. Nothing was changed though. Got a drop rate up for Says. I'm gonna assume it's pretty much like all the other drop rate ups. We also have improvements for Cerelia. She's getting buffs, it looks like, or just changes with Seduction. We got 35% chance to decrease defense for 2 turns. That seems to go up to 50% chance once you Mulligora it. I'd prefer that over like 10% combat readiness decrease, to be honest. And her Flame Kiss just got straight buffed. 25% extra chance to inflict those 2 burn effects for 2 turns. Looks like we got a nerf for one of the bosses of Hall of Trials. Nilgar, apparently. I think it was Nilgal in the game, but whatever. Apparently there won't be any negative effect for us when using a non-attack skill. In this case, it was increasing the combat readiness of the Azamanus Watchers by 20%. Everything else seems to be the same, but yeah, you're free to use non-attack skills now, which is good because in my team for Nilgal, I have Tamarin, which has tons of non-attack skills, Lilius also has a non-attack skill, and Shermia, also with a non-attack skill, so that's a really nice nerf for me. Compensation for Automaton Tower, there was a bug this month. I hadn't cleared it till a little while ago, so it doesn't really affect me, but apparently if you cleared it, you got last month's reward, so you'll get compensated for that. And we got a side story coming, The Shadow of Ravenwing Manor. Oh no, the pet system is being postponed. I saw this and I was super excited to get to it, but apparently it's being delayed after the 31st. So they're delaying it because pet system stability and additional convenience improvements. Yeah, okay, understandable. Kind of unfortunate, but you know, it is how it is sometimes. But yeah, that actually seems to be pretty much it. I was really looking forward to talking about pets and everything and how they're coming tomorrow and getting all hype and excited. If I did have Charles, probably that would be the one I'd go for just because he's so strong already. And making him stronger, even though, like, just first impressions wise, maybe this is some really impressive stuff. And if you're worried about the slash counter attack, then you just have to have immunity on your cleavers, I suppose. That's why I have it on my Judge Kisa, so I don't get attack broken before I do my ult. But yeah, I mean 14% more attack just from the main stats already pretty nice, I gotta say though, for those that actually have him anyway. But yeah, overall I'd say it's a pretty decent patch. Again, it's a little unfortunate pets are delayed, but still, I mean, we got a new chapter, a new side story coming, new exclusive equipment, Hall of Heroes, new boss, you know, pretty solid patch in my opinion. You know, they've had a lot of patches where it's literally just a banner and a side story, so, you know, also some little fixes, issues, and all that good stuff. So overall, again, I'm satisfied with it. But make sure to tell me what you think in the comments down below. Leaving a like if you do enjoy is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.